Okay. Skylar, how's it going? Good to see you in here. Pretty good. Good to hear. Good to hear. I wish I had more time today, but it just did not work out like I was thinking it would. Before I start, I'll change the date like we're supposed to. Halfway through the month. Crazy, we're already halfway through May. That is mind-blowing. Let's get started on these dimes. Try to get through some more of them today if we can. Don't think we'll get much farther, but at least we'll get some more of them done. That way we can get to some fun stuff tomorrow or Saturday, hopefully. Tomorrow we got a lot of organizing and putting things away and all that jazz. Dimes today. Howdy, how's it going, Mark Klein? Good to see you, man. Yeah, it's been dimes every day because I'm trying to get through these. There's just way too many. We've been sitting on them for months. Many months now. Since February. Because you know how people are with dimes. It's just, sometimes it's hard to get yourself motivated to do those. Warrior Princess, how's it going? Good to see you too. Hoping we can get through with these. And I did another pickup today. So there's more quarters, more dimes. Not as many dimes, but we added to the box some. And then some nickels and a lot of pennies. So about got a full box of pennies we can go through. I've just been saving them for when me and my dad could get on here and do it. So hopefully we can make it happen. And usually the bank that my store uses yields pretty good stuff, so hoping there's some silver in it. Try to get some of these done. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, including the one I just did. And then there's just a giant, probably about, I would say, another box over there left. So we're kind of getting through it semi-fast. Chew, how's it going? I haven't seen you in here in a while. I never know whether or not people move on from the channel or not, so it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Wish I would have had more time, but I just was taking so much time trying to get ready and then trying to roll things up to buy from work, and that took longer than I thought it would. Had to roll up a lot more than I thought today, so. And I secured it though. I mean, that's the biggest thing, is I got the stuff and brought it home. I got these, which was pretty cool. I got something last night I'll show off. I got something today and then I got it last night. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. These are all the broken ladders I got so far. Gotta find the one that I found last night. I think it's still in the back. No. I think it's this one. Yep, it's this one. 2017A 01234567. So that's pretty cool. Getting that pretty filled up. I didn't think I'd find this many within a year, so that's pretty darn cool. And then my dad wanted me to get quarters. He wanted me to get quarters for him for his work, and handed me another one. I was like, holy crap, Dad, you gotta get me something else. We have to keep this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 2004, so that's pretty darn cool as well. Definitely don't have a broken ladder from that series, so that was cool. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 20s that are broken ladders and $3. So, pretty cool. Tomorrow we'll try to organize things out a little more. Take some time to put bills into new boxes, because I just got stuff everywhere right now. I found a 4716 yesterday, not in great condition. That's still crazy, though, to find a repeater like that. Dang. Kudos to you, man. That's awesome. I don't know if I have any repeaters that are like that. I don't think like that. Incredibly cool. Gas station guy gave me a star also. Yeah, that's all. There you go. You can't beat that, right? Yeah, I brought home a $20 star note last night too, on top of that broken ladder. So it was a busy day for bills. And then Skylar gave me some pennies she said she was going to give me. I got that bag. We'll try to sort through that stuff tomorrow. It's got some wheats in it and some cool looking pennies in there. So it's kind of crazy how busy the week's been. Of course, it's garage sale time, so there's a lot of stuff floating around and not bad. Is this that grease strike that guy was talking about? I think so, because on the bottom there, the "we" is gone almost, and the "in" is kind of messed up, so I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm constantly looking for those things since he mentioned that. Yeah, there's a nice 83. There's been a lot of nice 83s in here, which is cool because Lowe's have no mint sets that year, so pretty darn cool. I got the table moved, so I should not have to worry about dumping the coins I've looked through into the box with the coins I want to keep. Since I did that yesterday, I was kind of like face palm moment. These boxes have really been lacking silver, though. I've been hoping. I guess it's hard to find them in the dimes. I shouldn't expect it like that, but gosh darn. Just want one. Okay. Yeah, definitely tomorrow I'll try to do another pickup at the bank I always like to go to, and then hopefully we'll have a whole lot of stuff to go through all day. See, that one doesn't have the N and the we are intact. So is the 9. So yep, that must have been another one of those things. Nice. But we'll have more to go through and hopefully find some variety of stuff. I'm kind of getting dimed out at this point. Been doing them every stream now for like, I don't know how long. It's been days. With silver prices much harder these days to find? Yeah. I remember last year how common it felt like on the streams and off streams, especially at work. It felt like I was finding them every other week. Every week I would find one or two. It was getting kind of outrageous. And then watching other people go through whole boxes and not finding them. I don't think the Federal has as much of a chance of finding them. Seems like locally it's a lot easier. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but watch the time here. I gotta go back about Central Time here, so I gotta go about. I can go to 1/4 today. No doubling, I don't think. I don't think I see any. And then, like I said, tomorrow will be the much bigger stream. Granted, I'm hoping to. Last weekend didn't work out, so I'm hoping this weekend will be a lot better. Are they silver dollars? No, these are dimes. My dad and I even talked about ordering some Eisenhower dollars to go through. You can get Eisenhowers from the bank that we were ordering from, so we were thinking about getting some, honestly, just to try to hunt those too, which would be really cool. But just, we were too busy with the halves. The halves were getting pretty fun because we never did halves. So we streamed on the channel for like a whole year and never did halves. While everybody was, that's like a lot of people think they're overrated. So star notes are getting tougher. Also got 200 from the bank yesterday, but not 1 pound. But I did find a cool one. Yeah, I'm noticing this too, because at my store, you know, my coworkers, bless their hearts, they're constantly looking for them, and we only get them now if there's somebody bringing one in, you know, a customer paying with it. And even then, that has decreased dramatically this year. Like, I'm bringing home much less star notes than I was. And granted, we have about 10, getting close. It's about 8,000 right now in value. A lot of ones, and then there's like 12 or 13, 1400s. some 50s, a bunch of 20s. But yeah, they're getting a lot lower. I've noticed because they're not. I don't think they're making them anymore. So I when we bring home bundles of hundreds for work, it's like I've noticed the past 3 or 4 pickups there have not been any in them at all. So now we're having to wait until people bring them in from the outside when they go to the ATM. You know, when they go to the ATM to pick up. Okay, I'm in London, England. Very cool. That's awesome. How much is a dime in English? It's 10 cents. So 10 cents. Skylar, I barely see him now. Yeah. Yeah. And you can attest because you're looking for him. You're there when I'm not there, and like it's not a thing anymore. Once in a blue moon now. I average 1 star in every 150. Used to be 1 in 100. Dang, that's a crazy ratio difference. That is crazy. Yeah. And will that increase the value? Like, I would say probably not. But maybe? I think it's still going to be the batch numbers being low and the run size being low, which I have a lot to go through. Maybe on one of the streams we'll sit there and try to sort them out because we have them sorted by like the rare ones and then the not rare ones. But we have a decent amount now that have a low run size and batch number. Oh, look at that! Yes. Heck yes. So these have provided 2 2009 Ps and 2 2009 Ds, these rolls. Yes. Screenshot moment. Yes. That is crazy. I ain't gonna complain about there not being silver now. I mean, yeah. Getting 4 of them in the past 3 days, I'm not complaining. That is really cool. Wow. And they've all been in decent shape. This one's a little bunked up around the edge, as you can see. It's a little kind of... But it's still got its bands and everything. That is cool. Yes. It's always these streams where I'm like going on for just a little bit of time and I don't think anything's going to happen, and then boom. Wow. I don't even remember what I was saying right before all of that, but I think I finished my point. Oh, it was the star notes. Yeah, so hopefully we can sort those out and we can kind of show you guys the rare ones, look them up on the website, and, you know, go from there. That way, eventually, if they're ever given away, you guys know what's on the table. Wow, I can't believe there's been that many 2009s in here. That's kind of wild. I wish I knew what box that specifically came out of, because I mixed up all the rolls. I just kind of like dumped out all the rolls on the shelf over there. So that's how much we got left. Those were like all the way out on the edge of the counter there on the top shelf. They were like overflowing. So we've made our way through quite a bit, but I have no clue what box that could have honestly came out of. And that's okay. It's not like it matters, but you know, next time I'm going to try to keep tabs on what comes out of what. Nothing. glad I got this phone deal figured out, because now I can definitely see everything so much better. Little thick rim there on the bottom. Toss it in there. I'd love to find a 2026 dime in the wild, because I got my dimes from the mint, but the only thing that kind of sucks about it is that, like, the obverse of the coin is on all the sides, so I cannot see the back of the dimes, unfortunately. Like, they say sometimes that will happen on the mint website, that you can't guarantee what side of the coin's going to be on what, but it would have been really cool to see the back of it. I can only see the front, which is a cool looking coin anyway. Everybody thought it was the coolest coin of the year, but so I'm hoping I'll find one in the wild and I can kind of finally look at the back of it. Was that a P? I think it was. Yeah, no doubling or anything. I did find a very nice birthday note star a couple months ago. Yeah, I remember you saying that on a couple streams ago. That's crazy. So basically a tombstone or a birthday note star. That's wild. What are the chances of that? I think there's pretty bleak odds of that happening on an average day, so that's good for you on that. I don't think I have a birthday star. Well, maybe I do. We might have one birthday star. I'm thinking. We have one star that, I don't know if it was me or if it was the other guy at work that finds them. I don't want to say his name because I don't know if he wants me to do that or not. I don't know if he cares, but I'm just not going to do it just for his sake. But Skylar in here also collects them. And I don't know if it was her or him or me, but I'll have to find it and show you guys. It's got where the signature is, Steve Mnuchin's signature on the bottom, it's double stamped, so it's backwards stamped on the other side. So on the other side where it has the other person's signature, his signature is stamped backwards, and then it's like fading out. It's crazy. Did not even see that when we first brought it home. I was just looking all the star notes up to see if they were rare and happened to find it. So I'm gonna have to find that and show you guys either tomorrow or Sunday, because it was crazy to find it. Very unique little misprint. Birthday stars are so rare. Yeah, I imagine just finding a star note of any kind of variety is really hard to find. I don't remember. It was probably him. Yeah, it could have been me too. I mean, it's small that, like, it's really hard to see it. I don't think any of us would have seen it on the first go. It's one of those things, it's like I was observing the whole coin and then just happened to look down and I was like, holy crap. That should be worth some money. Yeah. I'm gonna have to, like, when it's a good stream, it'll be either tomorrow or Sunday when we get a lot of people in here. I'll try to find it. Because I have it set aside with all those other rare low batch numbers and everything, and I was just like, holy cow. It's really cool to find something where it's like, you know, it's unique and you know, one of a kind almost. Now, I don't know what the doubling is supposed to look like on these. I don't know if it's like the thick lettering. So I'm setting some of these aside until that guy comes back in here and he can kind of... Because, see, that looks like thin lettering. But I've seen a lot of thick lettering, and I don't know if it's just that that's a whole lot of different... See, that looks thin, too. I don't know if that's all doubling, or if that's just the strikes back then were a bit thicker. Because the quality might have been better. I have no idea. I'm not used to looking for errors, so it's like one of those things. Well, I can't wait to get through these times. Holy cow. It is cool to find some 2009, so that really kind of adds to the roster on that. Hopefully that kind of gets that roll that much closer to being done. I just want to have one roll. It'll have taken me 2 years almost to get a roll of 2009 dimes. Oops, I must have hit the, I don't even know how I did that. I typed something. I'm gonna remove that. I typed a dash. I don't even know how I did that because the keyboard is not even near me there. Okay. Might be able to get this little set of rolls done at least, and that leaves what looks like about a box left. Has a mind of its own, yeah, doesn't it? I guess. Stuff like that sometimes randomly happens for some reason. I don't even know how that happened. That is kind of weird that happened, because the keyboard is not anywhere near me. So, and my phone couldn't have done it, because it's clear down on the floor almost. There's a nice 88. Six. Gotta turn all these coins. I'm not really looking for the rotation thing, although I should if I'm turning them. What are you looking for? Out of this, we're looking for some nice coins, and we're looking for some, silver, any low mintage. Trying to really look out for, the W dime. That's a huge one I'm trying to find. And yeah, 2009s, which we found a few of those in the past few days, so that's cool. Looking for the new one too, the 2026. Be cool to find one of those in the wild. Hopefully you're doing good. Claudette, welcome to the stream. Yeah, just anything kind of cool that appeals to the eye. I'm kind of blown away that there's been 4 2009s. I can't stop talking about it because of how long it takes to find each one. And the fact that we just found that many in a short period of time. Why 2009? They have a low count number on them. So sometimes they're sought after. Some people who collect low mintage coins, they'll want to have 2009s. The rolls can sell for pretty good overall. So if you have some listed on eBay, I don't think they'll sell as much as silver coins. So look at that. That kind of looks pretty good. That's a good example of stuff I find too. Oh, I thought that was 67. I misread that. My bad. No wonder that looks that good. If that was a 67, then that would have been a good find. Ooh, that is actually a good one, though. Look at that. Ding dang. I will set that. I'm trying to keep the really good stuff separate. And if anybody misses the stream or they just want to go back to a moment where something was found, I do put that stuff in the description with a timestamp. I work on that later. That way, if you miss it, you don't have to look through the whole stream to find something. You could just go there, and I usually have the coolest stuff there. All 2009, 2009 coins. Yeah, pennies for sure, because they have all those different errors on them. I wish I hadn't dumped all my 2009 pennies. We kind of thought we didn't need them. And we did that right before they did what they did with the pennies. So I'm beating myself up over that, but I actually thought that a good, cool thing to do for like a sort of giveaway part of the thing eventually down the road would be just to have 2009s. Just do not check the 2009s, but just keep them and then roll them up, and then you have a roll of 2009 pennies you can look through for like the extra finger on Lincoln's hand and all that, or extra hand that Lincoln has sitting on the log and all those things. Because I don't really check for those errors. I just kind of keep them. But that's some ideas I'm having too. Quarters is another big one. Quarters has a good amount of errors with the 2009s. And then I love finding the nickel 2009s. I think that's some of my favorites. I have finally a roll of the 2009Ds, and I'm getting halfway through to another roll of 2009Ds. And then I think I'm halfway or a little more than halfway on the Ps. So that one is a little easier. Just I hunt dimes or nickels a lot more. I was tearing through bags left and right last year. Now I don't get them as much because that was a lot of trips to the town next door trying to get those. So yeah, I'd like to try and start doing that again. Woo. Going and picking up those bags. It's hard because you got to wait for them to drop, and you got to go on the right day, so then they're not picked up by Brinks, and all those factors. All clads. Yeah, I have not found any silver out of these 2.5 boxes so far. I have found 2009s, which is like a next runner up. That's like, that's cool, but I want to see just a little gray. Just a little gray. A lot of nice clad coins, though. But I don't know if that's also because of the light. The light's probably not doing me any justice there. It's probably making it look better than what it actually is. So I got like 2 lights going on. But that's okay. Some people collect clad coins too, and maybe down the road somebody will want a bunch of nice looking clad coins. I'll have those on deck too. It's got some nice bands. Hopefully you're doing good, Michael Wilbur. Thank you all for tuning in. I gotta leave in about 20 minutes, and I will probably be able to definitely get through the remainder of what we got here. Maybe there might be 1 roll left. We'll pick it up tomorrow. We'll have much more time tomorrow. We'll do a big stream, and then Dad will join the end of it. Maybe he'll sit down and kind of observe how I do it here, and then maybe he'll be able to take the hot seat, have his hands in front of the camera, and then it'll be a little easier to do things. I can read the comments a little easier. Sorry, my sound went down. Can you repeat, please? Oh, are you talking about the what I'm looking for? Oh, like 2009s. I'm looking for that W dime, 1996 W. Looking for silver. Yeah, just anything cool and good looking. I'm not sure if that's the thing you didn't hear, but yeah, just stuff like that. I usually have a paper, but the paper's covered up right now. So we have to get that put away, and then I can get the paper put on this desk, and then we'll know, you know, people have their mats, and I don't want to go buying a mat. You know, I don't want to spend that money on a mat. I'd rather just have a kitchen mat that's see-through and you can see the paper, you know. Sometimes you gotta DIY it almost. I pulled all the coins from a laundromat machine in an apartment complex. Lots of bags of silver, dimes, and quarters. That's wild. You lucked out on that. You're welcome, Claudette. I wasn't sure if that's what you didn't hear or not, so I just kind of repeated the whole gist. Yeah, basically that stuff. You'll know when I found something good, because I try to emphasize on it. Or just what we want, you know. Sometimes it's not what other people want, but I like to collect because it looks cool and it's fun to own, and you know, all those things. It's easy to get wrapped up in the reselling game and all that. Got Carson City uncirculated mint. No way. Wow, that's crazy. If that's what you meant, Carson City, I'm assuming that's what you meant. Yep. Wow. That's crazy, man. To get it out of a laundromat, too. It's like it was just sitting there waiting for you. That's crazy. I'm checking these edges on those 65s. I don't think I'll ever find a 65 that's silver, but I don't think the people that have found them have ever thought they would either. Really would love to find a W. That's like my goal. That's my inner goal right now with the dimes. I can safely rest in peace if I find something like that. I just really want to fill that slot in the book. You know, it's driving me crazy that we have all the slots filled but that slot. Now collecting star notes, bookends, and etc. Wow. Good for you on that. See, there's a lot of people out there collecting stars, and sometimes my dad's like, ugh, why are we saving all these things? We have like $8,000 worth. And I'm like, Dad, it's gonna make sense down the road. You just have to trust me. We've spent a lot of money on the star notes. I mean, not really we spent face value, but that's a whole lot of money to be sitting there holding on to and not spending. So it's like, I even told him, I'm like, ooh, look at that. Decent, like 3 or 4 or 5% offsetting there. I told him, I'm like, we could, great way to save money. Exactly. Cause that's like $8,000 if you have to use it, which you shouldn't think in that mindset, but if you ever have to, it's there. But I really want to try to like include them in the giveaway thing down the road. I'd love to, because there's people out there that love to collect those things, and that's something I want to try to do. Especially if there's like an upper tier echelon, the giveaway process, I'd like to include the ones that are low batch numbers. But I'm always just iffy on the giveaway thing, because I'm also like, I don't, you know, there's hundreds of channels you could probably go to that give stuff away, and it's like, I don't want to give away my collection and then not have much, you know. You want to do that also, save things for yourself. So I'm like, I'm still thinking about it. I'm still trying to get it all raveled out. But there's stuff that people have seen on here, and they're like, save that, I want that. And it's like, yeah, okay, I'll save it. So I just got to get it all sorted out. I'm more worried about trying to get back to streaming the way I was every day, and I have so many things I got to get sorted to where they are, and then I can kind of start focusing on that stuff. We're pretty far away from the watch hour goal. We were so close to the 3,000. Give away the alligator head. Oh, I don't know if I could do that. That was from a friend a long time ago. That'd be hard to give him away. He is pretty cool, isn't he? I've had him for many years. I've had him for about 10 years. 11, 12 years now I've had this thing. I don't even know where that person could, where he is or what he could be doing. I hope he's okay. He was a pretty good friend of mine, but yeah, he gave me that one time. He just liked giving me crap. He was like, auction your stuff off like Friday night on YouTube. See, the idea was eventually to do that on weekends, to have like a private stream for, like, if I did memberships, to have it to where it's like, have a private stream and try to have a way to have all the people that are under that membership be able to access the private stream, and then, you know, listen to 80s and 70s music, have a good time, and then try to raffle it off somehow. I noticed the big thing recently on channels is to use a wheel. So, you know, like a random number generator with a wheel. So I'm thinking about that. Be a heck of a lot easier than putting papers in a hat, you know what I mean? And then shuffling it around and picking it out. But I just got to think it out. Plus, a lot of my collection is not mine. I mean, it's my dad's too. And he is very unkeen on giving things away. Because, like he said, he's like, you might not ever own that thing again. So you want to be careful with what you're giving away. But I think not everything special needs to be given away. Sometimes somebody just wants something because they collect that specific thing. So it's just thinking all of that out and figuring out how I want to do things here. But if not, there's hundreds of people that give away things, you know. And I've noticed that there's a lot of people that will go to other channels and win stuff and then come back. And that's just, you know, that's just how the whole game works. Don't have your dad win every time. See, he'll understand it a bit more once he gets on here and he sees how you guys are. He's very paranoid, and I'm like, it's okay, Dad. We're just chilling. People just like to watch coins. That's it, you know. Put quarters in his eye. Maybe I should put. Well, I think a dime could probably fit. Let's see, could they fit? I don't know. I think it's just big enough for a dime, but I have to get it in a specific way here. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have to use, well, that works. I'm gonna have to use one that I don't want to save. We'll do that. We'll put it on both sides. That side, definitely you could fit one. I could probably even fit a penny in that side. Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow, when I'm not rushing for time. I found an old scarf from World War II with all the bomber units on it. Paid 50 cents for it, sold for $100. Dang, that's actually incredibly cool. To find one of those too. Dang. That's wild. Holy cow. See, the biggest thing I want to try and start reselling, if I can, is to try and get some of these mint products that are coming out and to, you know, try to get at least more than one. They're just so darn expensive that if you get two of them, it's like an arm and a leg, it feels like. But I'd like to get one for myself and one to pawn off. But the biggest issue there is all the people that are reselling it, they're pretty much already doing it by the time you get to doing it. And that influences the price too. So there's just a lot to consider there. I think it's just cool to look at. And, you know, sometimes people get wrapped up in all of that parts of it. But that's for all those other people, you know. Some people are trying to make money, and there's nothing wrong with that. In this world today, it's definitely nothing wrong with that. But it's a part of that whole thing where it's like the Labubus and the Beanie Babies of the past, you know, it's sneakers, everything, you know. But a World War II scarf, that's pretty darn cool. It's a 0. I'm sure whoever got that really appreciates it. That's crazy. You paid that much and ended up selling it for that much too. Another nice 83. I could probably start rolling that up soon if I find enough of those. But unused U.S. postage stamps from a garage sale, paid $50. Face values on stamps over $1,000. Holy cow. That's wild. Jiminy. That's crazy. Ooh, look at that. I have to watch some of these really shiny ones because I know there's mint errors where they're proofs without the mint mark. I don't think that's it. That just looks like a really nice 75. So I'm setting that specifically aside. I found a World War II scarf also, but got kicked out of Ernestine over caking it from a guy. Dang. Be careful, Mark. Jeez. You still have one American dollar bill? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we do. There's a nice 77. I can go on and on how much money I make from deals. Yeah. I bet the reseller world is sort of crazy, especially with like garage sales and everything like that. A lot of people are probably missing out on opportunities there. I know like storage units are a huge thing, and you know what I mean. Yeah, I can only imagine. Okay, 3 left. Can I get them done? Probably not. I think I got time for one more comfortably. Because I gotta leave for work on time here. But tomorrow will be a better stream. Be a lot longer. Oh no. Let's see. Of course, we weren't going to get a silver to end it. I did not think so. Well, did a face reveal by accident. Button. My hand just barely graced that button. Okay. Turned off my light by accident too. There we go. I used to live next to a cemetery, would take flowers on every date until I got caught. Forgot to remove the RIP tag. Dang, that's shame. Oh. For shame. See, I could not bring myself to do something like that. My dad found out about that, he'd be beating me to a pulp. I was raised to do not do as I do, you know, the for me but not for thee. People are dying to get in there. I do not think I'm gonna get through these in time. That's okay, because we still eliminated a decent amount. We'll still have some, maybe even for next week. I can finally finish this off and then get the funner stuff. Even heaven has a gate. Yep, ain't that right? Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for that. I do appreciate that. One of my best mods, nobody's not here right now, so he's usually the one, somebody's usually the one that's doing that. He's the one that's doing that. I never try to beg for that kind of stuff. I don't think that's good for a channel to beg and say, please do it. You know, if you want to do it, that's cool. But I leave that up to the people if they think it's cool enough to do it. You know, if they think I'm doing well enough here. I like that stuff to be au natural. Lots of 2019s that are looking pretty slick. I do appreciate that right here. Your top mods. Oh, yeah. Warrior and Mark have been here for a long time, too. You guys cover somebody when he's not here. It's always good when I have at least one of the OGs here. You guys kill it with that stuff. Mod of the month. Yes. Heck of a lot better than employee of the month. You guys make sure there's no trouble happening in there. Although we haven't had much happening in the chat for a long time, thankfully, so. Luckily, no funky business. 2019 must have been a good year for strikes. I seem to find a lot of those that look good. Yeah, if you guys are awesome. Oh, God. Yeah, I probably should not open these other two rolls. I'll show you guys real quick what we got, though. What we got for tomorrow. Oh, let's see if I can get out of here without tripping over stuff. This is how much we got left. I'm so ready to get through these. Like, rows upon rows upon rows. And then we have that too. We have a whole bag of dimes to go through. I'm like, oh, I'm so ready for it to be done. And then I did some more pickups today. So we got quite a whole lot of these. I'm saving them for when Dad gets on here. And we don't get many nickels that work, so I don't have very many of those, but I have found a good amount of stuff in the nickels when we pick up those. Let's get my chat back on here. Okay. Effie Kelyan, I can't even pronounce that. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. But how's it going? I butcher names like crazy. You see, this is about full. So that'll be cool. It was like a few months ago, we found almost 100 wheat pennies per pickup. It was insane. Someone dumped all their wheat pennies. So it was like, I had one roll that half the roll was filled with them. It was crazy. And when it wasn't wheat pennies, it was just straight copper. It was absolutely plumb wild. I could not believe it. And then more dimes. But these I have better luck with silver. So maybe those will yield something. So yeah, quite a bit to do still. But these will be for tomorrow. That'll be the special stuff. So, and then we're going to try to get through some of this crap over here. There's some platinum plated coins to put away. Lots of foreign stuff. This was given to me by a guy. Weird looking coins, toned coins. There's the bubble coin. Halves. There's a row of NIFCs, 2025s. Or no, that's the 2025s. Yeah, just crap tons of stuff to do. So much to do. It's overwhelming. I feel like once you have help, it's a little easier. He can kind of work on some stuff, and I can work on some stuff, and be unrolling during the time and talking to you guys and all that stuff. Yeah, so I'm sorry I could not get on here for as long as I wanted to. The plan was to be on here a lot longer, but hopefully this weekend will pan out. I got to get a haircut tomorrow, do some stuff, and then I will be on. And then later on, he'll be joining me. Hopefully it'll be about 5 or 6 hours. That is the plan. So cross our fingers. I'll keep you posted. I've been terrible about planning these things ahead, so maybe I could finally get something done. So Thank you, guys. I appreciate you, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay cool. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Peace out, guys.